Good morning, everyone. How good is this weather in Sydney? I hope you're all having great weather. It's really hard to believe that it's winter here. So this week for Transformation Tuesday, I'm talking about Wendy. So Wendy's a 40-year-old woman who's a fashion stylist, and she's had diarrhea urgency and gets really fatigued, and she's had it for about 6 to 8 months, so she thought she should check it out. So hi, I'm Anne Sinclair. Thanks for joining me, and I'm the digestive detective. So Wendy has a job that's jam-packed with excitement. She spends a lot of time out of the office, and she's frantically busy every day. She's in a long distance relationship, and this makes her a little sad at times because she feels like she's always at risk when she travels that her bowel is going to get the better of her. So it gives her a lot of things to think about, and she worries about it, so it makes her quite anxious. So Wendy loves what she does, and she doesn't find that she's overly stressed in her job. But she starts really early, so like she gets up at 3 o'clock to get ready for work, and she could still be going at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So Wendy loves what she does, but even though she feels really stressed, it's easy for me to see what's happening for her. So her meals that she have are hit and miss at best, but she doesn't really mind because she loves what she's doing. So I want to talk here about gut bacteria and circadian rhythm. So gut bacteria have a circadian rhythm like we have a circadian rhythm, and if we're not giving them regular meals at consistent times, they don't really like it. So it doesn't make them very happy. So let's I always say to people, try and get consistent in breakfast if you're having breakfast at 8, then lunch at 12 or 1, then dinner earlier in the evening with a couple of snacks if you can. So I sent Wendy away just with some adrenal herbs because it was pretty clear to me, even though not to Wendy, that she was really stressed, and the whole time she was in the consult she was just running on adrenaline. So her fight or flight, her sympathetic dominant nervous system was absolutely switched on. She looked like she had ants in her pants. She was ready to go. And doing this long term is not that great for your health because eventually your adrenals will burn out. They won't be able to cope with that constant pressure of go, 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 go all the time. So I also sent her off to the doctor to make sure that her bloods were really good and that she hadn't picked up a parasite. And so I often hear back from patients, and not so much Wendy, but I've heard it from other clients who've been to the doctor, and the doctor goes, "Oh no, you don't really need a stool test because you can't pick up a parasite in Australia." Well, that's not true. You can absolutely pick up a parasite in the city. I see lots of people who have picked up parasites in Sydney. So dispute that and ask for a PCR test anyway. So I also got her to fill in a food, mood and poo chart that I talk about a lot, just so I could see what she was eating. So because I suspected that some of Wendy's fatigue was coming from not getting enough nutrients and not being able to keep her blood sugar level stable. So blood sugar is a really good indicator that she's eating the right foods in the right amount. So blood sugar is really just blood glucose, and it comes from the food we eat, and it gives us energy. So when it's stable and constant, we get that energy. When it's erratic, it can make us tired and listless and go on to cause us other problems. Think diabetes here. So it also makes us eat at that 3 o'clock mark, where we grab that chocolate, or we go out and grab a bag of hot chips because we think that will give us the energy that we need. Has anybody ever been there? I used to always be like that at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I just think I'm so tired. I just need food to keep going. So it was pretty clear to me that Wendy was not eating enough or regularly enough, and probably not getting enough sleep as well. So what we worked out for her plan was to get her meals home delivered so that she wouldn't have to worry about what she was going to eat first thing in the morning or when she came home late for dinner. And so she also started bulk making snacks and stuff on the weekends, which I think for her was a really good thing because she then could take them with her, and we got her setting up timer on the phone and things like that. So she would be able to check and feed herself. Even if she was having a good time doing the work, the alarm would go off and she would stop and have something to eat. I also got her to start doing restorative yoga on the weekends because she loved yoga, but she just never found that she felt relaxed after it. So because she was doing vinyasa yoga, which is really quick flow. So we got her to start some restorative yoga, just to wind down her nervous system a little bit. So we also talked about having some downtime on the weekends. So sometimes getting her partner to fly here rather than for her to fly to him all the time. So what happened with Wendy is once we added in the right amounts of fiber and got her nervous system a bit calmer, Wendy's diarrhea went away. Her energy levels have improved, but they're still a work in progress because she's still not as consistent as she could be for meals. So like all new skills, it's not a one and done. And I was having this conversation with my daughter and my husband last night. We often think that, oh, we've learned it, we should be able to put it in practice. If life was that easy. So it takes time and consistency to change a habit. So now if you're feeling fatigued or you have some digestive issues and want to know what to do next, you've been everywhere and nothing's helped, call me for a free 15-minute call. I will give you some suggestions on what to do next. So remember, you can't change the results you have now without making a change. It's really hard to take the first step, but it's much harder to stay stuck where you are. So for everybody on Facebook, the link is above in the comments. For everybody on Insta, the link is in the bio. And for people on LinkedIn, the details will be in the comments. So have a fabulous day, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.